Hello and welcome into the Piles of Paragraphs creative space. I'm Lori and today I'm going to share with you some of the things I found when I was on my vacation. So I guess it's kind of a, I don't know, a hoard share? I don't know. Anyway, these are some things I found. Excuse me, I had to get a sip of my coffee. We were out for a drive. We drove from Portland, Maine down to into New Hampshire because neither my husband nor I had ever been in New Hampshire. So he stopped at this little antique spot by the side of the road. And so I picked up these mostly because I absolutely loved that bag. These are all from, I'm not going to be able to say it, La Côte d'Azur. My French is terrible. So all in, I think, France. Yeah. And so these, oh, there's Con. Beautiful. Anyway, I loved this little bag, but I will, for now, keep the postcards in the bag. Let's put those aside. My husband has the best eye for finding the stuff that I love. And so he found this box of old farmers' almanacs. Oh, goodness, that was hard for me to say. So this one's from 1870. So I picked up 3 of them there, but this is the oldest of the 3. One of the other ones is also from the 1800s, but then there's one like early 1900s. Always when we go on vacation, my husband and I go to bookstores. Not that I need more books, not that he really needs more books, but we love bookstores. So Portland, Maine has several really wonderful bookstores. Well, and I can't remember the name of this one. But we went in and I was looking for foreign language books for my collage. And they had this one, which is all, it's German, but tables of numbers, which I absolutely loved. So it's, let's see, somewhere it actually says in English what it is. Where is it? Calculated for noon Greenwich Mean Time prior to 1931. And then from 1931 on, they are calculated for midnight in Greenwich Mean Time. So anyway, I thought this was a pretty cool little book. So it had to come home with me. And I also found 2 Italian travel books. If they have, I don't remember if they have dates on them or not. But I am a big fan of Italy, and someday I do hope to visit, so I just couldn't leave these behind. They have some great photos and whatnot in them. Once again, I was back in the foreign language section of the bookstore, and I found this one, which is written in Arabic, which I had right side up, and I turned it upside down. And I thought that would be a nice addition to my collage. I like to use foreign language text in my collage because it helps me see it for its art value. It's the shape of the letters and that kind of stuff rather than the words, because I struggle with putting things in my collages that are upside down. After we were in Portland, we went up to Bar Harbor, and Bar Harbor was having a craft fair. So we got to go there and I picked up a bookmark for myself, one for my husband, and one of the cards from this very nice lady. And this is her information. It's her Etsy shop. This card was in her seconds bin, and I told her, I said, I would be hard pressed, as would I imagine anybody, to figure out what about this makes it a second. But she said the ink was not even, so it wasn't perfect, but she didn't want to throw them away, so she was selling them. I thought it was great. My bookmark has a lighthouse on it. My husband's had the tree, because that was the one he picked out. Also I picked up a kit for stitching, for making felt coasters or mug rugs, which is really cool. It's holly, which is my favorite holiday image, is holly. Then when we were in Acadia National Park, we took a tour and went to this really cool little garden spot. And so I picked up some postcards from there. These came from, we were back down in Portland, back and forth, back and forth. But anyway, I picked up some other postcards. Although we did not see very many lighthouses when we were on our trip. Somehow we didn't manage to get ourselves truly to the coast. But we did get to see Portland Headlight. And it was an absolutely gorgeous day and a beautiful place to visit. But also some things that I picked up that were free things that I think will be nice for me to use in my collages. There's a Maine map. There's another little postcard that I picked up. We stopped into the Victoria Mansion. We didn't allow ourselves enough time to tour the Victoria Mansion, but we went through the little shop, and they had some great stuff in there. And this was the tour that we did when we were up at Acadia, the Ollie's Trolley, which was also really, really nicely done. Let's see, what else do I have in here? Oh, they have a museum of beadwork in Portland that we didn't get a chance to visit, but I thought that was quite fascinating. I got to do some more research on this and see if they have much of an online presence. But they had these at our hotel where we stayed. And I picked up, the tourist maps, but they have some great advertising and some really fun images on this one. This one is also got lots of great advertising because that's the purpose of these, but it's not done on shiny paper, so it's even that much more fun. So this is more of Portland, Maine. So that was really fun. And then a newspaper from Portland, Maine, which I've already used some of this in some of the collages that I do when I'm on vacation. I'm an okay flyer. I'm not a fabulous flyer. So I always like to have a bag of collage stuff. And usually I collage in this little journal. But this time I decided to do something a little bit different. And I picked up some of those little name tag things that the airlines have for your bags. We flew Southwest, so they had them. So I picked up a handful of those because I needed one for one of my bags anyway. So I just picked up a handful of those. And so that's what I worked on when I was on the airplane this time. These little, kind of a different shape, I thought. And I thought that would be good for me to think outside the little regular size pages that I usually do. And so I did some collage with some bits that we picked up, or that I had in my bag. I have a few stamps and a few paper bits, some washi tape, that kind of stuff that works out well in that. So this was the one that I did on our flight from Phoenix to Nashville, the first leg of our flight. And then I did some other ones too. Not great works of art, but kind of a fun way for me to remember our trip. And I made some notes on there. This was on our trip home. This is another one that I did on the first leg of our trip back home. I had picked up one of those little schedules that they have for they used to have them for all kinds of teams. I hadn't seen them for years, but this is the semi-pro team that they had in Portland, baseball team. And so I picked up one of their schedules and was able to cut some things out of it, and I had some fun with that. And then this is the one I used the pieces from the newspaper that I had. I really loved this image, and wrapped around nicely. And this is a airplane from a Delta napkin that I had from my flight earlier in the summer when I went up to Montana. We got to visit the farmers market in Portland, Maine, and got some really delicious cheese, which was from Balfour Farms. Let's see, I've got another. Let's see. Oh, here's another little collage that I did, also using some images from the newspaper. And there was this darling little store in Bar Harbor, and I apologize, I cannot think of the name of it. Fabricate something like that. And they had these great, what is this, Brad, that were the seagulls. And so I thought that would be a good place to use it. And I'd also picked up some washi labels in a little tin when we were at the Victoria Mansion. And so I combined those along with some of the numbers from some of my stash. Here's one of the labels that I made for the, is that a Roxy challenge? Something. The ones that I did the stamping, make your own labels, really nice. And so I used that. And this, the base for this was a tag for something that I took. Bag or hat or gloves or something I took on vacation with me that I still had the tags on. So I just took the tag and created a little collage on it. And then of course there's the peanut M&Ms, which are my husband's choice of food for when we fly, our snacks, you know. Oh, here's another one that I did with the baggage tag from Southwest Airlines. There's some stuff I had in my stash, some French things, and then the insulator from the coffee that I got, and then I scrunched up some lined paper that I had in my stuff and glued it down to give it a little more. I wanted this one to have a little bit more texture. I probably could do a bit more on it, but now that we're home, I probably won't. But anyway, I just wanted to share that idea with you. Something that I did different on this vacation than I usually do. This is a little journal that I made for one of Roxy Creations challenges. So it worked out to be just the perfect size for me to take, although I didn't do any writing in it like I was going to. I was going to talk about all the good food we ate and all the beautiful places that we saw, but maybe I'll be able to go back and do that. So anyway, that's the haul from my vacation to Maine. So I hope this was kind of fun for you to see some of the things that I found while I was there. It was a great place to visit, and I'm really glad we went. So I will say thank you for joining me today. If you don't mind and you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. If you let me know if you like this kind of video, if you want to see these kind of haul videos again, I would appreciate knowing that. And subscribe if you haven't. And now I will say, join me again in the future, please. And bye-bye for now.